I mean, I don't know in terms of exactly the type of condition that he would have come to the club in. I mean, he's not played a lot of football. We know that. Look, he's not a young lad. He's a mature professional footballer who has looked after himself. Been in Italy, you know, even the Italian way of life and the professionals over there. He would have been in decent order. But I can only imagine, and Giovanni must have had the information, that he's not ready for the match. Personally, I would have loved to have seen him involved or on,
even if he knew he couldn't
bench.
play.
Just play a little bit of the mind games for me.
Rather than him sitting up in the stand beside Ross Wilson.
Yeah, and again, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that's it's an unbelievable look, because I'm sure there were other Rangers players that weren't in the squad, but they weren't sitting up there. So again, for me, there's a few things. Look, it's easy to be critical. I'm extremely disappointed, as you can hear in my voice this show. I'm gutted because I'm passionate about football, and obviously I want to see Rangers do well, and they underperformed massively last night. I think that there's been moments throughout the season where they've not hit the levels that are required to win trophies. So work needs to be done. Aaron Ramsay, I'm sure he'll come in and do great. There's only 14 games left there. Yeah. People talk 5 months, 6 months.
He needs to hit the ground running.
14 games.
Aaron Ramsay's been a world-class performer, right? A performer for Wales, for Arsenal. Not so good at Juventus. Hardly held the place down. Hasn't kicked the ball in 4 months. I know what he's capable of, right? But he's 31. And for me, I want to see where he's at. I want to see the level. Is he still at that level of what we've seen in the past, having not played? And you look at the Celtics midfield, Rogic, McGregor and Hatate.
Does he get in?
Would Aaron Ramsay get in Celtics midfield now, Paul? There's a question for you. And if so, who does he replace?
There's a Ramsay for Celtic. You kidding me on?
No,
yeah, no, I'm saying
we're talking hypothetically.
Would you get in Celtic's middle three now? Rogic, McGregor, Hatate.
No.
And if so, instead of who?
No.
That's my point, because I want to see where Aaron Ramsay is right now. Listen, he might come up and be unbelievable, invincible. You know, win 6 or 7 games for Rangers. But then again, you look at it, and I still think there's question marks over this. Aaron Ramsay last night watching that game, is he thinking, what have I done? Look at how poor Rangers were.
Here's the thing is, John, I mean, obviously you played down in England, you played in Scotland, all the rest of it. The game, all right, I never reached your levels, nowhere near it, and then the rest of it. The difference between the Scottish game and the English game is completely different. He will actually, it's 200 mile an hour up here. Is he going to be able to cope with that? I know the lads had a lot of injuries. He is a world-class player, I'm not going to deny that.
But he has been, and he's been a great performer, but he's not kicked the ball. And how long has he been at
he last played in October. He came on as a sub in the Champions League in October, I think. That was his last outing.
It's an interesting sign. Listen, as a friend, you know, Aaron Ramsay, I'm in between two, aren't I? Because he's my mate. I want to see him do well, but then again, I want him to have a nightmare as well, because Celtic will have an easy ride.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.